ascension journey, crystalline architect pillars, and why they're important to set up your foundation upon for you to beautifully accept, anchor in, and receive every single next ascension upgrade that is available for you now. Let's get into it. My ascension journey came along to me, my spiritual awakening, right? Much like a lot of other individuals. And this was in the sense of I got jolted and thrown into it. Life was so out of alignment that my soul, my spirit guides, and God source universe took me and threw me into where I needed to be. It started with gentle soul nudges, but the moment that I said yes and accepted that first level of awakening is the moment that my life changed for the better, right? Maybe not at the time, I didn't realize that, but overall, where I am today would have not been where I would have been if I did not accept my soul self and allow my soul to lead me to where I'm supposed to be. Let's talk about it. I want to give you some background on my own ascension journey, my own spiritual awakening, and why I'm so dedicated to doing the work that I do today. And if you're here and you're watching this right now, you are on the path to your self-embetterment, your soul ascension, which means aligning with the higher version of you that you know is available for you to call in and live from. So when we talk about soul ascension, we essentially are talking about the initial steps of wanting better for ourselves, wanting a better life, wanting more, wanting to be aware, and just really accepting that we are not settling for our current reality and that we want more. And we do this by growing, having awareness, and practicing and healing and putting into practice all of the things that we now have awareness around that we once were sleeping or walking through life unaware of. So throughout our entire lives, our soul tries to come in and give us little intuitive nudges. These nudges can simply be, hey, you're not in the right job, or this relationship is not your highest reflection of self, or maybe it's something within your soul that's saying, I want more. I don't want to act this way. I don't want to be this way. I know I deserve better. I know I want to experience more. I'm done settling for just the current, version of myself without reaching my maximum capacity and abilities that I get to experience now. And throughout our lives, our soul comes in and gives us little nudges. However, it's never going to throw us in or pull us to where it is that we need to be unless we are ready to fully accept our mission and live in that highest version of us now. This is why we have trials and tribulations. So when we're ready to make that choice, we must make it from a place of full understanding that we're going to work on, dedicate, and commit ourselves to wanting and experiencing more out of life. This is where our pillars come into play. Because if we continue to operate and reflect and just live out life in the same programming that's not serving us, that's giving us the pain and the suffering and the experiences that we no longer want to suffer, ultimately, it's not leading us to where we want to be on our higher level of consciousness journey and self-reflection and the embodiment of soul self. Now, these pillars might look differently for every single individual that is going through their ascension journey, but it ultimately comes back down to the same concept. And I want to share with you my pillars, and which has helped me not only truly be able to embody living in a higher state of consciousness and being more aligned with my soul self versus the wounded aspects of me that I had to play out and experience lessons and stories in this lifetime from, but we all get to be reflected through these main pillars that we set up for ourselves. So each and every time that we are challenged or we're thrown into a test or tribulation to fold back into the old unhealed version of us, we have these pillars to stand upon. And this is why the Crystalline Architect is so important for you to set up for yourself as you enter or even are ready for the next level of your soul ascension and conscious evolution journey. Let's talk about the pillars. Number one, everything that we do has to be from the state of love and unity and just the law of one, right? The raw consciousness. And I want to explain deeper what this is. You may take pieces of this and you may not take pieces of this, and that's okay, because when we set up these crystalline pillars, you get to decide how you want them to be gridded in your field. So I want you to imagine a 4-pointed diamond, and at the top is everything you do out of love. And love is just the umbrella to light, to wholeness, to purity, to oneness, to ascension, to opening our mind, to expanding our energy. Everything is underneath this first pillar of the love-coded light codes that you have within you. These are what our soul is setting up for us, that everything we do must be from this space of love, light, enjoyment, joy, just all of the higher emotions that are based in your soul's light. Because if you're not doing everything and you're not operating through love, you're operating through fear, you're operating through ego, you're operating through wounded aspects, you're operating through old stories, you're operating through programs that don't serve you, you're operating out of alignment with your soul. And this is why I want you to start gridding in your own crystalline architect. So, first point, first pillar that I have set my crystalline architect on and that I want to share with you as well. And this first pillar is Crystalline Christ consciousness. What does this mean, right? I hear some of you already taking a step back. Oh my God, are we bringing in religion to this? Oh my God, she talked about Christ. What does that mean, right? We have this kind of trigger from that. Some of us may. And those of us that have grown up in a religious background, as myself, I grew up Catholic, I was told there is only one way and this is the way you do it, right? And so there was a lot of unprogramming that had to be done. There was a whole deconstruction of my relationship with what I thought Christ was, right? As a religious leader. And I had to rebuild and rediscover a connection with the consciousness of Christ, not what religion has totally played it out to be, that is not authentic to what the consciousness, the collective consciousness of Christ is. And I want to dive deeper in with this one for you so that you realize this Christ consciousness has nothing to do with religion. It has nothing to do with a figurehead of one organization or denomination. This has to do with fully entering into our fourth density, fifth dimensional heart chakra center. This is where everything that we do operates from love, compassion, wanting more, service, healing. Christ and his followers and his co-collaborators, right? Mary Magdalene or whoever else that you want to bring into his circle, if you were going into a biblical sense, they all were healers. They all were being taught how to heal and serve and provide the collective with a higher level of consciousness of unity, oneness, compassion, and love for all. And this is why that is one of my pillars. We'll dive deeper into this inside of our workshop. So in this workshop, we'll talk about the ascended master, Christ, who is here to teach us how to ascend into the next layer of our love, unity, and divinity, our connection with pure divinity and source healing, and how to begin to provide healing to self and others from the collective consciousness and the ascended master teachings of Christ. Okay. Wow, what a huge pillar to get out of the way first and foremost. The second pillar we're going to go into anchors that even deeper. We're gridding this crystalline architect deeper, deeper, deeper into our essence, into our grid, into our energetic fields of how we want to operate and be reflected in this world. The second pillar is compassion, and the compassion keys, how they are such a catalyst for change. Compassion will actually be your catalyst to your next level of ascension. And let me tell you right now, if you think compassion is for the weak or meek or just people-pleasing versions of humanity, it is not. Compassion actually gets to be anchored into the strongest sets of boundaries, understanding, and love for self and love for others in a way that does not shame anyone, but just allows us to accept what is, just to be what is. And so this is where compassion comes into play. I'm bringing you into higher levels of consciousness and dimensional frequencies with me as we grid your understanding of the crystalline architect inside of your own field for you to set up your foundation on and to start operating from a space that is in pure, full divinity, alignment, discernment, and understanding for yourself. And truly allowing your ascension journey to be one of beautiful, blissful, and heaven on earth type experiences versus the suffering and condemnation and shame that we may have felt up to this point as we release and shed the layers of the old versions of us for us to step into the new, aligned, higher conscious, understanding realizations where we get to experience each and every level without suffering, without the ascension symptoms or ascension sickness of releasing, because we get to have compassion around that release. Because when we have compassion around that release, there is no suffering, it's pure understanding, and there is no shame, it's pure acceptance. And I really want to teach you how you can begin to programming your field with compassion now, today, for yourself, for others. Which brings us so perfectly into the third pillar, the third point on this diamond. And that third pillar is learning how to integrate our ego, to no longer push it aside, shove it down, turn it off, or just act as if it doesn't exist, because it does. But learn how to have our ego work with us, integrate and become whole and healed. Know when our ego is speaking what it needs and how it's trying to protect us. Using our ego to benefit us and no longer placing it in the perspective. In the perspective that it is against us, that it is a horrible thing to have, that it is a bad thing. There is no longer shame or punishment around having an ego. And when we get to integrate our ego, we ultimately, effortlessly get to elevate into higher consciousness, higher understanding, and experiencing a whole version of us with every single aspect of us, our ego, our inner child, our soul, our higher self, our multidimensional facets. Everyone is integrated, working together, working as a whole, and wanting the same thing, which is more out of life, which is abundance and better experiences, and just our dreams becoming our reality by having these pillars set up for us no matter what challenge or tribulation we face. We know that we are deeply gridded with our crystalline architect. So I'm so excited to invite you into this free workshop. Yes, it's free because I want you to benefit from it. I want you to receive these codes and accept them and claim them as your own, because when you rise, and when you rise, we all rise together as a collective. We get to experience more of this beautiful heaven on earth, this bliss state of reality. And whenever things come our way, we get to approach them from a space that is that top pure, that's shining down on everything from love, light, acceptance, compassion, understanding, Christ consciousness, and a healed and integrated ego. So dive in if you're feeling called with me to this workshop of the Crystalline Architect, where I can't wait to share these codes with you.